Today we are doing Unit 5, so if you miss a day, you go to Power School Unit 5 to find your makeup work. Today is kind of half review, half new stuff. So a dilation is a transformation that produces an image that is similar, that is the same shape, okay? So a dilation, it's a transformation that produces an image that is the same shape as the original, but a different size, okay? So same shape, different size. A dilation is similar to the original figure. Is it congruent? No. Okay, similar and congruent are two different things. Congruent means exactly the same, okay? Similar means same shape, different size, okay? To find your scale factor, you do the image length divided by the pre-image length. All right, image length divided by the pre-image length. Which one is the old one, the image or the pre-image? The pre-image is the old one, and the image is the new. Okay, so it's the new divided by the old. Right? All right, if the scale factor is greater than 1, the figure becomes larger. Good. If the scale factor is between 0 and 1, the figure becomes smaller. Okay? All right, and just like when we did this at the very beginning of the semester, to write the rule xy transforms to fx, fy, they're using f to represent the what? Scale factor. Okay, so it would be a number. All right, example 1. If the scale factor is 3, how would you write the rule? So x comma y transforms to... If the scale factor is 3, are you multiplying by 3 or adding 3? You're multiplying. So it's 3 times x, which we write that as 3x, and it's 3 times y. Okay? All right. Triangle ABC has vertices A, 0, 2, B, 4, 4, C, negative 1, 4. What are the vertices of the image with a scale factor of 4 centered at the origin? All right, so scale factor of 4 centered at the origin, okay? If it's centered at the origin, all you have to do is multiply, okay? So these are the easy ones. If it's centered at the origin, all you do is multiply. But that's only if it's centered at the origin, okay? All right, what are we gonna be multiplying by? 4, okay? So you take 0, 2. Take 0, 2 as 0 times 4. 0, okay? 2 times 4 is 8, okay? And that would be A prime, okay? That would be A prime. B prime, you take 4, 4, and you multiply by 4, which gives you, okay? And then C prime, multiply this by 4, you get negative 416, okay? All right, so that's all you have to do if it's centered at the origin, okay? Questions? Okay, example 3. Quadrilateral PQRS has vertices P, negative 2, 4, Q, 4, 4, R, 4, negative 2, and S, negative 4, negative 4. It's dilated by a scale factor of 1/2 centered at 2, 2, okay? All right, so where is it centered at? 2, 2. The only way to do these is to use the graph, okay? If it's centered at 2, 2, you're going to have to use the graph. You're going to have to use the graph. All right, so let's plot point P. I go negative 2, so I go to the left 2 and then up 4. So that would be P. Q is 4, 4. So I go over 4 and up 4. Get me to Q. Okay. R is at 4, negative 2. So I go over 4, down 2. That's R. And S is at negative 4, negative 4. Okay. All right, there's one more point I need to plot. 2, 2. That's where the center is. That's where I'm going to put my star. That's where I'm going to put my star. So I go to 2, 2, and you're putting your star right there at 2, 2. Okay? All right, this is how this works. So let's do Q first. So if I start at my star, how do you get to Q? You go right 2 and up 2, okay? And it doesn't matter which order you go, but you go up 2 and over 2, or you could say over 2, up 2. It doesn't matter. This right here is what you're multiplying, okay? What's my scale factor? My scale factor is 1/2. These are the numbers you're multiplying by 1/2, okay? What's half of 2? 1. What's half of 2? Okay, so to get to Q prime, I'm going to go over 1, up 1. So to get to Q prime, you're going up 1, over 1, or it doesn't matter what order. So you start back at your star, and how much am I going? Up 1, over 1. And that right there would put you at Q prime, okay? That would put you at Q prime. What are the coordinates of that point? 3, 3. Okay, so Q prime is at 3, 3. That's the coordinates of it, okay? When you're given the coordinates, you go back to 0, 0 like you're used to, okay? All right, let's talk about how to get P prime. What's my starting point? 2, 2, the star, okay? So go back to the star. Go back to the star, and let's talk about how you would get to P. All right, somebody who hasn't answered today, how would you get to P? Left? Yep, left 4 and? All right, so left 4 and up 2 is how you would get to P. To get to P prime, I'm going to have to do half of that. The scale factor is 1/2. I'm going to have to do half of that. What's half of going left 4? Left 2, okay? And then instead of going up 2, I'm going to go up 1. So go back to your star for this. Left 2 and up 1. Left 2, up 1. That's P prime, okay? All right, to give the coordinates though, you always base it back off of the middle to give the coordinates. What point is that at? 0, 3. Very good, 0, 3. Okay. All right, to get to R, we'll go back to the star. Somebody who hasn't answered today, how do I get to R? Right 2 and down 4, okay? All right, so to get to R prime, what am I doing with these numbers? Yep, I'm doing half of it, good. So half of 2 is 1. So I would start at the star and go over 1 and down 2, okay? Which puts me at R prime, okay? So I would go over 1, down 2. I'm doing half of that. Over 1, down 2 is what I just did, okay? All right, what are the coordinates of this one? 3, 0. 3, 0. All right, and the last one. If I start at the star, how do you get to S? Left, how many? 6 and down. Is it down 6? I haven't counted. Okay, down 6. So to get to S prime, I go left 3 and down 3, okay? So left 3 from the star and down 3. That puts me at S prime, okay? Okay, S prime is right here. What are the coordinates of it? -1, -1, okay? All right, demonstrate these quadrilaterals are similar by comparing the ratios of their lengths. Ratios means you're setting up a fraction. So if we look at the original, how long is it from P to Q? How long was it from P to Q? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, PQ was 6. And then if you compare the new one from P prime to Q prime, how long is this one? 3. Okay. And let's do one more set of sides. You got to find ones that are straight lines. Okay, how long is it from Q to R? Six. Okay, and how long is it from Q prime to R prime? 3. Okay, and what's 6 divided by 3? What's 6 divided by 3? 2. Okay, all right. So that matched up, okay? All right, and this question, what do you notice about the angle measurements of the two figures? The old one and the new one, what do you notice about their angle measurements? They are the same. The angles stay the same, okay? They are the same, okay? All right, example 4, if the scale factor is 5/2, how would you write the general rule? Is this an enlargement or a reduction, okay? All right, scale factor is 5/2, so I do x comma y transforms to. Do I put the 5/2 with the x, the y, or both? Okay, it goes with both. All right, if I multiply something by 5/2, does it get bigger or smaller? Bigger. Let's try that. Pick a number. Somebody pick a number. 7. Type 7 in your calculator right now. Type the number 7 in your calculator. Now put times 5/2. Put it in parentheses. Did it get bigger or smaller? It got bigger. That's an easy thing to do on the test. Pick a number, multiply it, and see if it gets bigger or smaller. Okay. All right, flip it over. All right, example 5. Quadrilateral A prime, B prime, C prime is a dilation of quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Find the scale factor and then classify it as a enlargement or reduction, okay? All right, so to find the scale factor, if you flip your notes back over, to find the scale factor, you take an image length and you divide it by a pre-image length, okay? So an image length is the, yes. The image is the one with the prime. So we'll start with this one, okay? A prime to B prime, okay? Are you allowed to just count the blocks on this one? No, because what kind of line is it? Diagonal. Okay. You have two choices, okay? You have two choices. Choice number 1 is to do the Pythagorean theorem. So let's see if I can find a highlighter. Do you see how there is a triangle right there? Okay, and you know this, the height is what? 2, and then this side is 2. Okay, so choice 1, Pythagorean theorem, you do 2 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared, okay? And 2 squared is? Plus 4 is? 8. Okay. And then what else do you have to do? Okay. And let's not get a decimal. Let's practice breaking it down. 8 breaks down to 4 and 2, and 4 breaks down to 2 and 2. Okay, so that would be what? Get 2 square root of 2. Okay. All right, choice number 2, all right, is the distance formula. Okay, the distance formula. Some of y'all may like that better. You have to use your 2 points. A prime is at 2, 0, and B prime is at what? 0, 2. Okay, if you do the distance formula, all right, if you do the distance formula, it's this. So you do square root, your x values are, and your y values, same thing, okay? And you would type all that in your calculator, not the square root part. You would type the other part in, parentheses, 2 minus 0 squared plus 0 minus 2 squared. And you get what? 8. You get the same thing, right? So square root of 8, 2 and 4, 2 and 2, so you get 2 root 2. Okay? Which way do y'all like better? Okay, so unfortunately, we're not done, but we're not going to do it both ways for the second part. So we just did A prime to B prime. What else do we have to do?
A to B.
Good. A to B. Okay? We need to do A to B, and we'll do it choice one way. Okay? All right, so do you see your triangle?
Yeah.
Okay? And so how high is it? 6. How long is it? All right, so 6 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. Okay? 36 plus 36 is? And then how do I get rid of the square? Okay. All right, how does 72 break down? 12 and 6. All right, and 12 breaks down to? And what should I do right now? Circle the 6's. I should go ahead and circle those to make my life easier, okay? The ones that circle go on the outside, okay? Okay, so to find the scale factor, that was the original question. To find the scale factor, you do the prime one divided by the one without the primes, okay? You do the prime ones divided by the ones without the primes, okay? And so we did that first, okay? What do we get for A prime, B prime? That's what we did first.
We got 2 square root 2.
Okay, we got 2 square root 2. And then we did AB right here, and we got
6 square root 2.
okay. All right, what do you think is going to happen? What happens right here?
There's going to be 3, I think.
I didn't get that. I didn't know.
What?
Yeah. The square root 2 is going to cancel out.
The square root 2's cancel. Okay, square root 2's cancel. 2 divided by 6? 1/3. Math, enter, enter. Okay? All right, so the scale factor is 1/3, and it says classify this as an enlargement or reduction. Is 1/3 enlargement or reduction? Reduction. It's going to make it smaller. Okay? It's going to make it smaller. All right. If triangle ABC is dilated by a scale factor of 5, which statement is true of the image A prime, B prime, C prime? Okay. All right, so my scale factor is 5, okay? Do you multiply 5 by the one without the primes or the one with the primes? The ones without, right? Because the ones without are the original, right? So you have triangle ABC, scale factor of 5, that means you're multiplying by 5, and then that would give you triangle A prime, B prime, C prime, okay? So you're multiplying, so look at answer choice A. It says 5 times A prime, B prime. Does that work? No, okay? B says you're multiplying 5 by BC.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're multiplying it by the one without the primes, okay? C says you're multiplying 5 by the measure of angle A. What? The angles will not change. You don't multiply the angles, you multiply the sides, okay? You don't multiply the angles. So C and D do not work, okay? All right. Example 7, triangles ABC and XYZ are similar. The lengths of the sides of the triangle ABC are 10, 7, and 3. The length of the smallest side of the triangle XYZ is 10.5. What is the length of the longest side of triangle XYZ? So a lot of words going on. A lot of words. What can we do to help us?
We can draw it.
We can draw some triangles. Okay, let's draw some triangles. All right, so my first triangle is A, B, C. And they just tell us the length of the sides are 10, 7, and 3. Do they tell us specifically where to put them?
No.
So it doesn't matter. Okay, so 10, 7, and 3. Okay. And then I also have another triangle that's labeled what? All right, now they told you in the beginning these two triangles are similar. They're similar. The length of the smallest side of triangle XYZ is 10.5. I have to put the 10.5 in a specific place. Where would it go?
Between X and Z. I mean, between
Yep.
Y and Z.
Between X and Z at the bottom, okay? Because they said it's the what? Smallest, okay? These two triangles are similar. Which one of these was the smallest? The bottom, okay? So then this has to be the smallest too, okay? 10.5. Okay. All right, it says what is the length of the longest side of triangle XYZ? All right, which one of these is going to be the longest? The one on the left or the right?
The one on the left.
Left. And let me use a little a. All right, use a little a. 10 was the longest here, so that's going to be the longest there, okay? We're going to set up a proportion. 10 over A, 10 matches with A. 10 over A equals 3 over 10.5, okay? 10 over A equals 3 over 10.5. Yep, and then we're going to butterfly. Okay. All right, so you're multiplying these. What's 10 times 10.5? Equals what? 3 times A is 3A. And then divide both sides by 3. What do you get?
35. This way.
Questions? All right, almost done. How does a dilation affect area and perimeter? So far we've just been talking about this length of stuff of a side. Perimeter, you multiply it by K, which is your scale factor. Okay, so the perimeter can just be multiplied by K. The area is multiplied by k squared. The area is multiplied by k squared. These are really easy problems. The problem is people just forget, all right? You just forget about these things. Perimeter is multiplied by k, area is multiplied by k squared, okay? All right, we're gonna knock these three out quickly. Figure EFGH has a perimeter of 20 and an area of 48. It is dilated by a scale factor of 1/4. Which statement out of the perimeter and area of E prime, F prime, G prime, H prime is true? Okay? All right, so you take the perimeter. The perimeter was 20. And you look back at your box. All you have to do is multiply it by K. Okay? In this case, what's your scale factor? 1/4. So you do 20 times 1/4. And what does that give you? 5. Okay? For area, what was the original area they gave you? 48. You have to multiply it by 1/4 squared. Okay? You have to multiply it by 1/4 squared. You have a calculator. It's not hard. You just have to remember to put the square for that one. Okay? 3. Thank you. And so what answer choice is that? B. Okay. All right, the length and width of a rectangle are each multiplied by 4. The new perimeter is 128. What was the original? Okay. So on this one, we had it was 20 and 48, and we were trying to get what the E prime, F prime, G prime, H prime was. Okay. This time you know the new perimeter is 128. You're going to have to work backwards. Instead of multiplying, you divide. Okay? So 128 divided by 4. Okay? You're working backwards. Gives you 32. Okay? What if it would have said the new area is 128? What would you have to divide by? 4 squared. Okay? All right, last one. Marcia put a 5 by 9 inch picture on a photocopier and dilated it by a scale factor of 1/3. What is the area of the dilated picture? What is the perimeter of the dilated picture? Okay. All right, what does it mean by a 5 by 9 inch picture? Yeah, so what kind of shape is it? It's a rectangle, okay? One side of it is 5, the other side is 9, okay? What is the, what's the perimeter of her picture? What's the perimeter of the picture, what?
28.
Because this is 5 and this is 9, okay? So the perimeter is 28. You add all the sides, okay? Perimeter means add all the sides. What about area? What's the area of the picture? 45. How do you get that? Okay, 5 times 9. Area you multiply. Okay? What's the scale factor? 1/3. So the perimeter, I multiply it by 1/3. The area, I multiply it by 1/3 squared. Okay. All right, 28 times 1/3. All right, so 9 1/3. Or what did you say it was? 28 over 3. Okay. And what about for area? It's 5.